Let's get more on this now with Maurizio Zanardi in Brighton in the UK. He's a professor of economics at the University of Sussex Business School. Welcome back to the programme, Professor. Now, the portal to reclaim refunds is now open, but the money is still 90 days away. How many small manufacturers are currently facing a so-called liquidity crunch that this refund may not arrive in time to resolve?
Well, we don't know exactly the numbers, but likewise, we should also ask ourselves how many small manufacturers are not anymore in a credit crunch because they've already gone out of business. This is a situation that's going on, as the picture is showing now, since April 2nd, 2025. These import tariffs have been charged. And it's important to remember that formally the import taxes are paid by the importers. And then it depends how and if they adjust their prices to try to recover some of the extra cost from their customers. But for sure, we are talking in total as several $1 billion worth of refunds, which will be a lifeline for many small and medium companies, but may also make a difference for large companies, for everyone. The question is, will it make a difference for consumers on the high street?
Right, and President Trump has already imposed replacement tariffs under a different legal authority, despite the previous ones being ruled legal. Is this $166 billion refund just a temporary patch on what remains a high-tax trade environment?
I'm afraid that, yes, this is the case. I mean, it's a temporary patch at the tune of $166 billion, which is a very large amount. But it is not the case that the tariffs that were introduced almost a year ago are now eliminated. They have been replaced with something else that is expiring because of the legal statutes at the beginning of July. But the Trump administration is already working to introduce other taxes based on other legal codes. So in a way, even though this amount that we are discussing is large, is only referring to what has been imposed essentially between April 2025 and middle of February 2026, when the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that some of the tariffs of President Trump are illegal. No, it's a big amount, but it's still in a matter of a medium long term. We are only talking of extra tariffs for about a year. What remains to be seen is what is the tariff landscape in the months and years to come for the United States.
And these billions are going back to the importers, not the shoppers who paid the high prices last year. Is there any mechanism or market pressure that could have these businesses pass the savings back to consumers?
I'm afraid there is no legal mechanism. Now, economically, marketing, signaling, some firms have said that if and when they get some of these money back, they will pass them to consumers by lowering prices. It will be an interesting exercise to see how often and whether it happens at all. The pressure is there. There may be also a public opinion pressures, and there may also be a marketing campaign of some firms trying to get on top of competitors saying, look, we got this money back and now we are offering a rebate. We are lowering our prices. But legally, no, there is no real mechanism. It's all down to economic pressures and pressure groups and public opinions.
Professor Maurizio Zanardi, we appreciate your thoughts. Thank you.